Human rights organization CDHR demands prosecution of ex-dictator IBB for June 12 election annulment. My dear listeners, still another interesting news I bring to your listening ears today. Good day from wherever you're listening from. Kindly please stay tuned as I read today's news. My dear listeners, moving on to the full details, kindly please ensure you like, subscribe to this channel and share. The Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, CDHR, a human rights organization, has called for the prosecution of former military ruler General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida IBB for his role in the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election. The CDHR's demand comes after Babangida's recent public admission of his involvement in the annulment, which the CDHR described as an attempt to hoodwink Nigerians into believing they acted in good faith. The CDHR, in a statement issued on Saturday, views Babangida's actions as a brazen socio-political and moral assault on Nigerians, undermining democracy and resulting in widespread human rights abuses. The organization, in the statement signed by its president, Debo Adeniran, emphasized that the annulment of MKO ABIOLA was denied his rightful victory. The statement partly read, "The Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, CDHR, received with heavy heart the recent admission of the infamous June 12 notorious fact by former military ruler General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida retired. His belated public confessions regarding his role in the illegal annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election is an attempt to hoodwink the unwary Nigerians to believe that the mischievous dictator actually meant well by the brazen socio-political and moral assault he unleashed on them by the Inglorious Act. Although we had viewed the June 12 election as being an unfair exercise, going by all the shenanigans that preceded the election. This included prevention of willing political associations from transmuting to political parties, creating political parties for politicians, banning of eligible politicians from contesting in the election, the creation of political structures, programs and manifestos for politicians, and imposition of alien ideological leanings on Nigerians. We insisted that despite widely regarded as the most peaceful and freest election in the Nigerian history, it was, like the military dictatorship that orchestrated it, not fair but could be tolerated. The worst of the unfair treatment unleashed on the 14 million citizens who voted in the election by the self-acclaimed evil genius was the inexplicable annulment announced on the 23rd June 1993, when the world expected the announcement of Chief MKO ABIOLA, the most credible and popular candidate, as winner. This reckless, illegal and unconstitutional action remains one of the gravest injustices inflicted upon the Nigerian people, undermining democracy, destabilizing the nation, and robbing millions of Nigerians of their fundamental rights to freely elect their leader. General Ibrahim Babangida's belated admission is not only an affront to the principles of democracy and justice, but also a clear acknowledgement of his direct involvement in an act that plunged Nigeria into years of political turmoil, civil unrest, loss of lives, and property is an inestimable economic hardship. It should therefore be regarded as a coup d'etat to the administration of MKO ABIOLA, who was robbed in broad daylight and denied the opportunity of savoring his well-deserved victory at the polls. The annulment of the June 12 election led to severe human rights violations, including arbitrary arrest, political assassinations, and the suppression of press freedom. In light of this, we call on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to immediately order the prosecution of General Babangida for crimes against humanity and for orchestrating a coup d'etat that subverted the democratic will of the Nigerian people. This prosecution should not be difficult, since the chief plotter has confessed to these crimes in public and in writing as published in his bloody book that could have been a journey into perdition mistitled A Journey in Service. The fact that the result of that election was already in a public domain and everybody knew that Abiola won the election before Babangida, in his typical deft Maradonic maneuvering of people's sensibilities, stopped the official announcement of the remaining result, made the annulment as good as committing a coup d'etat against the administration the good voted for. His actions meet the threshold of crime against humanity, as they resulted in widespread human rights abuses and the repression of pro-democracy activists, and ultimately affected a huge number of people who were affected by the misrule and misgovernance that followed that inglorious annulment. My dear listeners, now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening. Now we've come to the end of our today's news. Please do drop by at the comment section and let us know what your view is all about. Thank you for listening.